Kieran Gillen and Asad Ribic continue their murder mystery as Icarus leaves Toby in Sprite's capable hands as Kingo and Thena investigate Druig's involvement in the death of the Eternals. Kieran Gillen again delivers an utterly masterful issue that continues the murder mystery as well as building out the Eternals' relationships with one another, this time focusing on Kingo and Druig's storied past. I've really enjoyed how Gillen has been giving us so many suspects to these murders, and each one of them really could easily be the actual murderer, since all of them have some interesting reasonings as to why they would want to murder the Eternals. I really do like that when he answers one mystery, like all the stuff with Druig here, he opens the door to so many more mysteries and revelations, and it's quite fantastic, especially the ending revelation with Druig, which I didn't really see coming at all. The book is taking its time exploring all of this mystery and all from different viewpoints and angles and building out these characters, and I'm all for it. Although I could definitely see new readers who are here because of the upcoming film getting quite frustrated with it. Asad Ribic continues to give us just some absolutely beautiful artwork that further builds up Gillen's script to greater heights, if that's even possible. His use of blue and orange hues throughout the book this issue were just wonderful and a treat to the eyes. Eternals issue 4 continued Kieran Gillen's masterful murder mystery, slowly revealing more about our heroes and their interconnected lives and relationships, culminating in a wonderful twist there at the end. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10. Eternals issue 4 heads to the reality room, where Phastos works with Earth to try and prevent it from falling apart as Cersei visits him, revealing her dinner with Tony Stark, but Phastos doesn't have any more information regarding him or the Illuminati. Cersei makes it clear that the ordeal with Thanos will not be mentioned to Tony since he is their own problem. She promises not to seduce Tony, but all addicts cheat soon enough, but Phastos thinks that they can change as well, citing Cersei's rather bleak outlook on life, wondering if Tony will believe her. The woman leaves, knowing that once she is flirtatious, he will. In the cold Arctic Circle, Druig is met by Kingo and Thena, who is taking Cersei's place in their mission, with Kingo knowing that they could play good cop, bad cop, and he wants to play the bad cop and go against type, but Druig knows that he's nothing of the sort. They wonder where Icarus is, learning that he's on another engagement as they leave. In New York, Sprite is sent by Icarus to keep an eye on Tony Robson, acting the good old friend to the boy, but in reality, she'll be playing his bodyguard. She goes to school with the boy, telling him that she isn't like the stiff Icarus, who meanwhile is hovering above the city, as Toby and Sprite ride the school bus. In the mystical Polaria, Druig and his group arrive to meet Akpaxa, asking her to get them their drinks. Thena thinks that Druig was behind the murders thanks to his mind control powers, but the man waves it off, knowing that they are all mind controllers to a degree. He knows nothing he would say would change her mind, and he's an obvious suspect, but knows that Kingo is aware that obvious doesn't always mean right. Kingo thinks back to their shared history, as in 1241, Kingo battles his way through the Mongol horde, knowing Genghis Khan's son isn't their true leader, thinking it to be Druig. Kingo confronts his fellow Eternal, scaring Druig's mind-controlled men with his lightning-fast reflexes. Walking with Druig, Kingo learns that Druig thinks that this horde is doing the civilized thing, and it's their divine destiny to do this, and he is only watching them and learning from them. Druig tells Kingo where to find their leader, but when Kingo goes to kill the man, he couldn't, since he protects humans, but protecting them against themselves is something completely different to what he does. He leaves the Horde's camp, heading into the hills, but by morning, the camp is mysteriously gone. Kingo is soon found by Druig, learning that the Khan of Khans is dead of a stroke, so the armies returned to select a new ruler, meaning that Europe has been saved. Kingo asks if Druig knew this would happen, but the man only coyly says that they might never know, wanting Kingo to join him as he heads east. The Eternal joins his brother, finding it hard to believe history changed in a single heartbeat. Druig knows his friend is naive as they head into the sunset for new adventures. In the present, Kingo tries not to make the same mistake as he did before, knowing that they shouldn't judge too quickly. Thena reveals their superiors aren't the only ones who are dead, as the scientists are as well, and perhaps one was helping Druig and he killed them to cover himself. Druig thinks that sounds like a good plan and Thena would make a good Druig. Kingo goes for his weapon, knowing Druig didn't do this, as suddenly Thanos appears, grabbing Druig and slamming him into the ground as Thena and Kingo attack, calling Thanos a murderer, but the Mad Titan finds that insulting, blasting Kingo as Druig uses the opportunity to take hold of Thanos' mind, trapping him in a white void. Thanos proves to be too strong though, catching the nigh invisible Druig, reminding Druig he fought half the universe, so of course he can take down a mere Eternal. Luckily, Thena's blade strikes true, stabbing Thanos, who quickly escapes through a network portal. Machine doesn't know where he is, since apparently he is looped inside the machine in a non-existent quantum space. Druig knows who uses the network as well, and they should have been their main suspect all along. Thena calls for them to get Icarus, since if they are going after Gilgamesh, he will be needed. Druig knows that he will sit this one out, leaving the hunters for their mission as he heads through his own doorway with his drinks, giving one to Thanos, who got his psychic message when the Eternal tapped into his mind, impressed with Druig's clarity in the face of death. Druig says that he finds Thanos' Eternal ally offensive, since if he needed a traitor, why didn't he immediately come to Druig?